happening.
Everybody already know 50 Cent don't play when it come to his personal beefs. DJ Vlad even co-signed, saying 50 the last dude you want to go toe-to-toe with, cause he'll tear the whole thing down just to make his point.
50 Cent just fired off a massive shot at Big Meech, and in a wild twist, Meech didn't stay quiet. He basically told 50 to back off, setting the stage for one of the coldest showdowns hip-hop has seen in a minute. The energy around this beef is explosive, and the streets can't stop talking about it. Now the talk online has taken a crazy turn. People are calling out Boozy, accusing him of being a snitch and sliding himself into the middle of this chaos just to feed info to the feds. That accusation alone sent social media into flames. Anyone who's watched Boozy's history knows he doesn't co-sign people once that kind of label gets thrown around. So the fact that he's now standing solid behind Big Meech, yeah, everyone's looking twice at that move. And right at the front of that suspicious crowd, 50 Cent himself. He's not rocking with Big Meech, Lil Meech, or anybody trying to defend them. Word on the block says, if you stand on that side, your name goes straight onto 50's list of enemies, and you do not want to end up there. Insiders are even whispering that Boozy might have taken Rick Ross's spot as 50's newest target. This rivalry's heating up fast, and it's only getting messier. History shows when 50 turns his back on someone, it never ends smooth. The fallout always comes fast and brutal. And what really sparked all of this? Allegedly,
doing right now, my shoulder broke, but we still getting to the money. We still count paper.
Lil Meech went behind 50's back to link up with Rick Ross, his biggest rival. When 50 caught wind of it, he was furious. He clapped back online with a savage post that said, "I think I'm Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech." That line hit like a nuke. 50 knew exactly what he was doing with that post. It wasn't just a jab, it was a double shot, aimed straight at both Rick Ross and Big Meech. That line came from one of Rick Ross's most iconic tracks, so when 50 used it as a weapon, it cut deep. The BMF drama just went nuclear, and 50 clearly wasn't done throwing shade yet. He went even harder in the caption, claiming that Big Meech's biggest mistake was cutting off Tammy Cowens, and that's where things get messy. According to 50, Tammy's upcoming tell-all documentary is about to expose the truth. And that truth, he says, flips the entire BMF legacy upside down. People online are losing it, asking who Tammy even is and what could possibly be inside that project that's making 50 turn on a man he once turned into a legend on TV. He's acting like the whole empire was built on lies. Now here's what's wild. Tammy's been close to Meech for years, not just as a business partner, but as someone deep in his personal circle.
Address this. Because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
The rumors about their connection had been floating for a long time and that their bond went way beyond business. Back in 2014, Tammy even said Meech was her best friend, and in a world like that, those words don't get tossed around for fun. Between two people operating in those high-stakes circles, that kind of loyalty usually means everything. But then came the twist that had everyone's heads spinning. 50 hinted that Tammy might have secretly been working with federal agents the whole time. He alleged she was passing key information about Meech while quietly producing a documentary meant to blow the entire story open. If that's even half true, the betrayal runs deep. And this beef just turned into a full-blown storm. Here's the twist that set the internet on fire. Right before Big Meech got sentenced, he sold the rights to his entire life story. And guess who ended up with full control? Tammy Cowens. That deal gave her power over everything tied to BMF, even the same TV series that 50 Cent helped turn into a global hit. The move shocked everyone. It was like Meech handed her the keys to his entire legacy before the doors even closed on his freedom. For years after that, their alliance stayed solid, or at least that's how it looked. Even from behind bars, Meech was said to be feeding Tammy exclusive inside knowledge about his moves, strategies, and business plans. They were locked in tight.
Career that you'd have any respect for? Oh, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I never wanted to.
Like nobody could come between them. But now the latest rumor spinning through the streets is wild. People are whispering that Tammy might have flipped the whole situation, allegedly cutting a private deal with federal investigators. The story goes she traded critical information to help Meech shave time off his sentence. If that's true, it's a twist nobody saw coming. That kind of betrayal, if it really happened, would blow the entire BMF story wide open. Word on the street is that Tammy's emotions ran way deeper than people thought. Some believe that love or loyalty pushed her into doing whatever it took to protect Meech, even if it meant working with the same system that took him down. But when loyalty cracks, everything changes. Now, insiders say that connection is gone. The trust, the friendship, all of it. And instead of protecting him, she might be gearing up to expose everything. They claim this upcoming documentary is just the first shot in her next big move. Allegedly, Tammy's sitting on years of receipts and hidden details about every era of Meech's life, from his early street empire to his prison years, and even plans for life after release. If she really pulls the trigger on this, the fallout could be legendary. If Tammy really puts everything out there, the fallout could be devastating. And here's where it gets even crazier. Word is, 50 Cent himself is now producing the very documentary that could expose it all. That move alone sent shockwaves through the industry. Just when everyone thought this couldn't spiral any deeper into chaos, 50 allegedly pulled Lil Meech, Big Meech's own son, right into the storm. Insiders say he even threatened to pull the plug on the entire BMF series, the same show where Lil Meech plays his father. That's a level of drama nobody expected, and it's got the whole internet watching every move. Then 50 turned the heat up even more. He posted a screenshot online showing a private, emotional message from Lil Meech, and it revealed just how real this situation had become. In that message, Lil Meech poured out his frustration about Rick Ross, writing, "Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you? I can't believe this, man." He went on, "You act like I'm your enemy. I've only ever shown you love and loyalty. I'm human, I go through my own ish, but I never switched up on you. Forget Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he could pay his bills until next season starts." He ended it saying, "This internet ish is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life." That message hit hard, but 50's reply was colder than ice. According to reports, he shot back with, "Man said what? Next season, Lil Dude, that single line said everything. BMF was done." 50 officially shut it down without hesitation, and just when people thought he'd ease up, he twisted the knife even deeper. 50 reportedly posted that Lil Meech would soon be joining Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, making it crystal clear that their partnership was dead and buried. The message was loud. 50 wasn't just ending a business deal, he was cutting off the entire legacy they built together. The bridge between them didn't just burn, it exploded. "I'll give Mona Scott a call for him later today." That's what 50 said. And that line alone had the whole internet howling. It was pure trolling at its peak. But right after that jab, things got even more chaotic. 50 didn't stop at jokes. He turned the petty all the way up by dropping a bombshell accusation about Lil Meech allegedly battling serious substance issues while filming BMF. According to 50, Meech was showing up to set completely out of it. And the situation got so bad, it nearly shut production down. When 50 says he reached out to Big Meech about what was happening, the reaction shocked everyone. Reports claim Meech's father brushed it off like it was nothing, acting as if his son's struggles were just another day in Hollywood. That nonchalant response only made 50 angrier, and he claimed things got so out of control that he personally had to step in, shut down the entire set, and take charge of sending Lil Meech to rehab. That's how deep this mess went. 50 later said the real tension might have started because of personal issues between Lil Meech and certain relationships on set, stuff that was already causing friction behind the scenes. He said he tried to warn Meech to stop wasting money and get his life back in order, but those warnings reportedly went ignored. What made it worse was Lil Meech allegedly brushing off the entire situation, even admitting he used to do X, acting like it wasn't a big deal at all. 50 claimed Meech was burning through stacks of cash, living reckless and not caring about the consequences, but it didn't stop there. Apparently the chaos spread to the crew too. According to 50, actor Russell Hornsby showed up on set so intoxicated during a weapons test that he ended up throwing up right there. The whole situation was spiraling out of control, and by that point 50 made it clear BMF wasn't just a show anymore. It was turning into a full-blown circus behind the scenes. Then came another shocking twist. 50 revealed that Ian, one of the production insiders, told him they found whippets inside Lil Meech's truck. That discovery caught everyone off guard. 50 even recalled saying, "I said, what the F is whippets?" Then he laughed and added, "I looked it up. It's that ish that B&B begins." The way he told the story had fans stunned and cracking up at the same time. But underneath the humor, things were clearly spiraling way out of control. Just when people thought the chaos couldn't possibly get any worse.
Do I feel bad for Lil Meech? I don't feel bad for no grown man on this planet. Like, I'm a grown man. Why the fuck I gotta feel bad for another grown man? Like, you a grown man too, nigga. What you asking for my sympathy for, nigga? You be alright.
Plans for a massive BMF reunion concert meant to celebrate Big Meech's legacy got canceled out of nowhere. The event was supposed to feature Rick Ross performing live on stage, but that final cancellation told the world everything it needed to know. The rift had become too deep, and the fallout was beyond repair. The dream of unity had officially crashed and burned. Of course, 50 didn't waste a single second. He had an absolute field day clowning Boozy, Big Meech, and Lil Meech all over social media. He trolled them with a post that read, I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am. Fans couldn't believe the level of shade, as it was cold, funny, and straight up savage all at once. And when it came to those heavy accusations about cooperating with the authorities, 50 didn't back down one bit. He kept the pressure on, posting nonstop, making sure everyone was talking about it. The more he posted, the bigger the storm grew. Eventually, Big Meech finally decided to speak out and drop a response video, but it didn't go how anyone expected. Instead of clearing the air, his reaction only made things worse. Viewers noticed how calm and vague he sounded, and it sparked even more rumors online. People started questioning why he didn't defend himself with fire if he was really innocent, because in the streets, silence always speaks loud. One viewer dropped a comment saying, "He don't even sound like he believes that," while another added, "Body language says he folded." And just like that, the streets decided Meech's response didn't land right. The way the public reacted only made the situation look even worse. So trying to flip the script, Big Meech went straight for the petty comeback. He tried to match 50's trademark trolling energy by posting an old photo of the two of them together. But this time, he edited it to include a cartoon rat and a slice of cheese covering 50's face. The internet couldn't believe it. The move was bold, wild, and risky. But instead of changing public opinion, it backfired hard. People were laughing, reposting, and dragging the situation even deeper into chaos. Social media went absolutely insane. Timelines filled up with memes, jokes, and endless takes. And right in the middle of the madness, Boosie jumped in like he always does and turned the heat all the way up. Instead of clapping back at 50, Boosie came directly for Lil Meech, calling him out for not defending his father when things got ugly. He didn't hold back either, saying Lil Meech was basically letting 50 disrespect the whole family just because he was thankful for being cast in the BMF series. That comment hit hard and blew the argument wide open again. Fans started debating whose side to take, and suddenly the feud wasn't just between 50 and the Flannery family. It was a full-blown online war. The accusations, memes, and shady posts were flying everywhere, and the drama surrounding BMF started to feel bigger than the show itself. As all the public shots, leaks, and online jabs piled up, the tension inside the BMF empire began to twist into something darker, something nobody saw coming. What started as a messy back and forth between 50 and the Flannery camp had now turned into a complete power struggle that's shaking hip-hop to its core. This whole mess has now exploded into a full-blown battle for loyalty, legacy, and respect, and the streets are watching every move. What started as petty shots online has turned into a serious war for power. Behind the headlines, people are quietly picking sides, and old alliances are falling apart fast. The loyalty that once held the BMF circle together is now crumbling under the weight of betrayal, pride, and bruised egos. Industry whispers say that several of Big Meech's longtime associates are now keeping their distance, refusing to get dragged into the crossfire. These are people who once called Meech family, but now they're staying silent, scared that aligning with either side could ruin their reputation or mess up future business deals. That sudden silence is loud, and it's got everyone wondering what's really going on behind closed doors. Some insiders are even claiming that certain individuals might be quietly cooperating behind the scenes, trying to save themselves while the chaos continues to unfold in public. Meanwhile, Lil Meech is said to be facing huge pressure. He's stuck between protecting his father's legacy and proving that he's strong enough to stand on his own. Critics online are calling him out, saying he's too soft, too hesitant, and not built for the kind of heat that comes with carrying the BMF name. Every time he chooses to stay quiet, people twist it into a new debate, asking if he's really ready to lead this next chapter or if the BMF empire is slowly fading away with his generation. At the same time, there's growing talk that 50 Cent is using his power to control the narrative, and maybe even shut doors on anyone who dares to side against him. People are saying he's flexing his influence in ways only someone at his level can, making it clear that loyalty comes with consequences. Then came the next shocker. Rumors started swirling about a brand new expose in the works, one that could spill even more secrets about the original BMF crew and their hidden past. If that's true, it could take this already wild story and push it into an entirely new level of chaos. If those new dealings and exposés actually come to light, insiders believe it could permanently stain the entire BMF image, changing how the world remembers their legacy forever. One thing's for sure, this isn't just about a TV show or a petty online feud anymore. It's about reputation, revenge, and rewriting history itself. The battle has moved way beyond social media. It's now a fight for dominance inside hip-hop's most legendary street empire. Sources deep inside the industry claim that 50 Cent is quietly building a ruthless master plan to crush every rival in his way. What started as public humiliation has now evolved into something much bigger. A strategic power play about control and influence. 50's goal, according to insiders, is simple. Make sure anyone who dares to cross him feels pressure from every possible direction. Industry chatter says he's pulling strings behind the scenes, leveraging every platform, every connection, and every resource he's got to reshape the entire BMF story. 50 isn't just firing shots online. He's allegedly tightening his grip and making moves that could redefine who really controls the legacy. And here's where it gets darker. Word is, 50 is already developing a new project designed to dig deep into the shadows of the BMF empire. The goal? To expose everything that's been hidden from the public, from old deals to secret alliances that never made the headlines. Insiders claim it's not just about telling the story, it's about dismantling the one Big Meech and his circle worked for years to protect. Even crazier, sources say this new project won't stop at Meech himself, it's set to pull in everyone connected to him. We're talking business partners, ex-allies, and even the enemies who once stood shoulder to shoulder with him back in the day. But the most shocking detail of all, rumor has it, 50's team is already lining up exclusive interviews and first-hand testimonies from people who were once deep inside Meech's inner circle. If that's true, the streets are about to witness a whole new level of exposure, one that could change everything they thought they knew about BMF. If that's really true, the fallout could be catastrophic. We're talking about a total rewrite of how this entire saga will be remembered in hip-hop history. Insiders say 50's strategy is simple but ruthless. Hit them exactly where it hurts, their reputation, credibility, and legacy. And once that foundation cracks, everything they built over decades could come crashing down in seconds. Inside the industry, people are watching this unfold like it's a live chess match, and everyone knows 50's next move could change the entire board. The tension has reached a boiling point where even folks who tried to stay neutral are being forced to pick a side. In this game of power, money, and revenge, silence itself has become dangerous. Those who keep quiet risk being blacklisted or cut out completely, because 50's world doesn't forgive hesitation. And one thing's crystal clear, 50 Cent is still one of the most dangerous players in the business. He's not just out for a win, he's out for domination. Every move feels cold, calculated, and strategic, like he's planning 5 steps ahead. Insiders say he won't stop until every single card on the table falls in his favor. When 50 caught wind of all the noise being thrown his way, he fired back instantly. He didn't hold back, but saying, "I did more for Meech than anyone else in his entire life." Boosie. That's exactly why he reacted the way he did. If he ever gets locked up, I'm always the first person he calls to bail him out. Every single time. Then he added another cold line that set the internet on fire. When I saw him laughing at his pop's post, I said, "Ooh, he's a snake. He belongs right there with him." That brutal statement shook the culture to its core. It split the entire community in half. Some people saying 50's just being real and standing on business, while others claim he went too far this time. Either way, one thing's certain. This feud just crossed into a whole new level of war, and nobody's walking away clean. Now the culture's split right down the middle. Some say 50 Cent has every right to be furious, while others claim he's being too petty and dragging this drama way past the limit. The internet can't stop debating it. One person commented, "Lil Meech has respect for 50. He changed his life. Nothing against his dad, but it's just the right thing to do." Another added, "Big Meech should be grateful for how 50 looked out for his son. They could have built something powerful together instead of letting pride ruin it." Then you got the other side of the argument. People saying that, as someone who came up from the streets, Big Meech should have stuck to the code and stayed away from 50's rivals out of pure respect. They believe loyalty should have come before pride, especially after everything 50 did for the family. But the wildest takes came when fans started calling out Boosie for stirring the pot again. One person wrote, "Boosie's been running his mouth online for years, and honestly, I've been tired of his rant." Another fan jumped in saying, 50 needs to shut that down for good. He's giving too many people clout just by acknowledging them. Now everyone's asking the same question. Where does this saga go from here? Did 50 take things too far by canceling the show and pulling Lil Meech deeper into the fire? Or is he completely justified after the loyalty he's shown all these years? The debate's getting hotter by the day, and every new post seems to add another twist to the story. One thing's certain, this feud isn't cooling off anytime soon. It's only getting louder, messier, and more unpredictable by the hour. Before you go, drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on in this whole BMF chaos? And make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another explosive update like this one. See you in the next video.